Hello there, Virgo. I'm Lou, and welcome to this weekly check-in for the week of October 18th until October 24th. So this week we are still in eclipse energy, right? It's still eclipse season. We just had the Libra solar eclipse on the weekend, last weekend. We're going to have the Taurus eclipse next weekend, so we're in the middle phase. I'm actually really enjoying this energy. It feels like a real buzz. Things are moving, there's momentum, there's shifts, particularly after the Venus retrograde and the Mercury retrograde we've just had. So it's exciting to have some uplifting energy going on, even though there's a lot of change coming and a lot of emotion. Okay, but it's fun. We do begin Scorpio season this week as well. So on Tuesday, the sun will enter Scorpio. Mercury will go in there over the weekend, and Mars is already there. So there's going to be a lot of Scorpio energy. So whatever that means for you in your chart. Now, the other beautiful thing about this week is that Venus, who is in Virgo, is going to be making really harmonious beams to Jupiter that's over in Taurus. So they're the two benefic planets of the zodiac, and they will be bringing beautiful solutions and harmony and blessings and miracles to everybody. So how that is going to unfold in your life will depend on your own personal chart. So what I recommend you do is watch your rising sign video first, and then your sun and your moon sign to fill in all the extra details. Before we get into the reading, I just want to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I'm doing this reading from today, the Gumbaynggirr people, and recognize their continued connection to their land, their waters, and their culture. And I wish to pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. Let's do it. Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So this week we start Scorpio season, okay? On Tuesday, on the 24th, Scorpio season officially begins. That represents your third house. So we're moving into a more cognitive space over the next 4 weeks, okay, with the sun there. Mercury, your ruler, will move into Scorpio as well on Sunday over the weekend. So adding that weight, Mars is already there. So there's going to be this strong cognitive energy, this strong heady energy. So you're looking at your thought habits, your communication habits, your style of communication. You're looking at your thinking, your reactions, your immediate reactions to the environment is going to be important over the next month or so. Now, the other major thing, the exciting thing that's happening this week is that Venus, who's in your first house, is going to be making a beautiful trine to Jupiter over in your ninth house. I love this for you, okay, because this is about change. This is about a change in perspective, a change in your mentality. Okay, so Jupiter has been in your ninth house since May, and you've had Uranus there. There's been a lot of activation in that ninth house. And so you've really been working on your perspective for a long time now and gaining a new perspective or a new faith or a new understanding of the world, a new meaning. And this beautiful trine that's going to be like this very soft energy, is very positive energy, is you can apply that meaning to yourself, to who you are, to who you're becoming. Become a shapeshifter. You can shift yourself and your image of yourself in a really positive way during this week, okay? To match the new understanding you have of life, to match the new perspective you have of life, so that you're really just lifting. What I'm seeing for you is that you're lifting yourself out of one situation, one like parallel reality, and dropping yourself into another reality, okay? Now, these realities are the same reality, but it's just the lens that we view it through makes it a completely new reality. Become a shapeshifter. This is how you're doing it. So it's really literally applying a new lens to who you are at the core of your person. There's a transformation card here. We've got the death card. Okay, this is that transformation. This is the next level of transforming into the person that you are becoming, the character you are building for yourself. So this is really all about the places where you have been, up until now, have been restricting yourself, have been limiting yourself, have been defining yourself or labeling yourself. So Venus in that first house, Lilith in the first house. Okay, so that will be a bit of a theme over the next few weeks to a few months of like, what are your labels? How do you label yourself? How do you identify with yourself? Like, it can be as simple as like identify as a mother, or identify as a teacher, or identify as a doctor, or whatever, like those things. And then it can even be more sort of subtle than that in terms of like identify as somebody who's not good enough, or somebody, so we're looking at all these levels of labels that you give to yourself and the ways that you restrict yourself through those labels, okay? And so as well with the 5 of Wands here, I'm feeling that these labels are coming from places of comparing yourself to other people. So maybe you look out externally to other people and you see other people that are more successful, that have the things that you want, and you label yourself as not good enough because you haven't been able to achieve those things, or you're not keeping up with such and such, or whatever it is. So taking the emphasis off what other people are doing, what other people have achieved, and just bringing it back to who you are at the core, and being open to growing. Open to growth and expansion is really important. This is especially off the back of that Libra eclipse we had last week in your second house, which was really all about your self-worth and your value. The value you place on yourself is changing now, and it needs to not be based on anybody else, 5 of Wands. So that needs to end. Any way where you're basing your value on other people's views of you, what other people think of you, what other people are doing, how successful other people are, okay? That needs to just not be in your sphere of, in your cognitive sphere anymore. And you really just need to be only competing with yourself, only trying to be better than you were the day before, the week before, the year before, right? So just growing and expanding at your own pace, in your own way. Any improvement that you make is worth celebrating, no matter what anybody else is doing, Virgo. Okay, so that is your week. I hope you have a really beautiful week, and I will see you next week. Take care.